Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bhavani Krishnan, Business Agility Consultant at Agility, and I'm also a certified Path to Agility practitioner. Today, I'm going to show you something you don't usually see, an actual transformation dashboard in progress for a real team. This is Path to Agility Navigator, and what you're looking at here is the business unit view for one team with one continuous improvement cycle and 5 phases across. For a second, I would like to zoom out and show you a full picture or a big picture. And when we zoom out, the picture gets even more interesting. Path to Agility also gives you a company dashboard, an enterprise-wide roll-up, and an organization dashboard that sits between the two. So a senior leader can see in real time whether transformation is actually moving across the whole business, not just in one team, everywhere. And what these dashboards track are the business outcomes that are prioritized, the assessments that are completed, the capabilities that are prioritized, the actions that are created and completed, and then an overall assessment score. Now, the things that actually that I just talked about are the things that tell you whether improvement is happening. And it's important because that tells you that it's more than what things are being talked about in meetings, right? And I've said this in other videos as well. This distinction matters more than most executives realize. Oftentimes I get asked, well, we've done the assessment, we've analyzed, we've prioritized, and we've planned, but we just, don't execute on them. So that's where the transformation fails, right? Yes, that's real, but in my experience, the crack appears even much earlier. So for example, this team, they had done their assessment, they have finished their assessment, and they have seen a score. They have self-assessed it, and here's the score that the system populated. But right after that, they move on to analyze, and that's where the first problem showed up for them. Teams get an assessment from this tool, and they don't know what to do with it. And here's their heat map that shows them where they are. And what we are doing then is, whether it is through the help of AI or through conversation, they analyzed it, right? Without the analysis, teams either overinterpret it, turning every score into crisis, or they underinterpret it, missing what's actually broken. And if we go back, we see that the average score for this team was 41, right? Now, do you know what that means without context? Nothing. You need someone who can read it. So that's where we do the analysis as a team, sit together and understand where the gaps are. And then once the analysis is done, then the system moves you to or prompts you to go prioritize these capabilities. Now, this is where politics kills transformation, right? Because everyone agrees change is needed, but nobody agrees on what to change first. So they either prioritize everything, which means nothing gets focused, or they let the loudest voice in the room decide. But in this case, the system also recommended some high-level priority based on some algorithms in the back end. And they prioritized 3, and that took discipline, right? And then yes, act. So once they have analyzed and once they have prioritized, they have planned on what are the things that they need to work on, then they're moving on to the act. This is where the team is currently. And most organizations, as we all know, are brilliant at assessing themselves. They love a diagnostic. They will analyze the workshop, build decks, but they don't act. And that's where momentum collapses without structure and accountability. So what I value about having visibility at a company, organization, and business unit level is that leaders can no longer hide behind activity. The dashboard tells them whether your improvement is actually happening. It creates clarity, it creates accountability, and it connects the platform usage directly to the transformation outcomes. So, you can help senior leaders that can respond to data, and they don't have to respond to, just your opinions or vibes. So again, I truly think that this is a tremendous valuable toolkit for your organization, especially if you are in a transformation now, and based on where you are stuck. And this tool can tremendously help you with the way it is laid out. Hope this is helpful. Thank you.